Hey folks, I thought I'd talk just a second about my habit that I've developed about using inbox zero. Now, I didn't coin that term, inbox zero. It's been around for years, probably since the late 90s, whenever we started to notice that things like emails and electronic messaging on digital platforms tends to weigh us down when we let it get piled up. So anyway, inbox zero is just a concept of keeping things organized and not letting things pile up in your inbox. This works not only for email, but it also works for things like text messages, works for things like social media messaging platforms, just places you don't want to log in every day and just see piles and piles of things waiting for you that you have to sift through to find out what new and exciting things are happening in your life today. So here's something that I do that I've just kind of developed over time to kind of take care of some of those things so that I can clear my inbox out. As things come into my inbox, I do let them sit there for maybe a couple of days just to kind of collect them as a to-do list. But then what I want to do is I want to go in and clean those out just a little bit to make it easier to see what new fresh things are coming in. So, for instance, some of the things that you get in your daily business and your email, I'm sure, are things that you've subscribed for, things that you enjoy seeing, and then things you don't want to see. Now, I'm in real estate professionally. Whenever I leave the house and I go to work, that's what I'm doing. I get these emails all day long, all the time. I don't subscribe to them. They come to me through my area's MLS software. I don't. I very rarely use them because they're very rarely appropriate to what I do. So I always go through, instead of just deleting it, I take that extra second and I opt out, unsubscribe, get rid of stuff. There's no reason in leaving that stuff piling up on top of you and having to go in every day and deleting stuff from the same old culprits day by day by day. Now, I very typically will go in and report them as spam. I understand they're just trying to make a living as well, but I don't want to see it every day. And I'm not going to delete the same person's email 15 times a week when I can just opt out one time. It's worth the extra 10 seconds. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about a little bit is using things like Google Services Calendar, Keep for storage of notes and things that are going on in your life, and To-Do List. And now that Google has become this Google Workspace concept, they've actually integrated a lot of those things along your little sidebar in your navigation plane when you're using the full desktop version. So this is one tip that I'll use that in combination with. I have things shipped to me constantly. If it's not myself buying things online last second, just spur of the moment, I think of something, we need it, and I order it. My wife is doing the same thing. My 7-year-old even starts to order things in some instances. So we have a lot of things being shipped to the house. We try to use the Amazon Prime days, for instance, where things will only come in one package once a week to try to keep that traffic down a little bit. But this is something separate. It's some cleaning products that I'm going to try out. It was a trial sample box. I'm trying to find things that are plastic-free packaging, and this is a toxic-free, non-toxic, plastic-free packaging type of a product that Procter & Gamble recently put out. And I ordered something. There's tracking information in here. Obviously, I'm going to want to save that until that stuff shows up in case there's any problems. But I don't need it in my inbox all day long. So here's a little thing. If you do the view more message, it actually opens that email as a web page. I can copy that web page. And then after I have that copied on my clipboard here, I can go to my to-do list and I can go ahead and open this and add a new task. In my to-do list, I have multiple different little lists. I have my Stonybrook stuff. That's going to be stuff that's for operation of the family, the property, the homestead. I've got my personal stuff that I'm working on, my writing things, the personal projects I'm working on. I have my real estate work, and I also have my volunteer organization, Fiddler's Grove, that I volunteer with. These are kind of my main to-do lists. That's very important in a to-do list. Take the time to set it up the right way to make it work right for you. But anyway, in my Stonybrook, I'm going to add a task. I'm going to go ahead and put in here, watch out for supplies. In the details, I'm going to put in that link. And now that is a ready to go task list item that I can check later if I need to. And I can go ahead and move this email where it belongs. I have email folders for pretty much everything that I do in my life. I have one called Stonybrook Current. I just parked that in there. Now it's off my pallet. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Much less stress in life when you put things where they belong. Having the space to do new things also involves putting away the old things. Just a tip, something to think about. Have a great day.